Thank you very much, Chairman Sanders and Senator Heller, for having me today. I can see you've got lots of colleagues. I'd ask that my full statement could be part of the record and maybe just highlight a couple of key points. The bill that I'm going to discuss today is S-748, and it is the product of a long-standing and bipartisan partnership that this committee has had with the Special Committee on Aging, particularly on issues relating to the rights of older veterans. And the legislation that I offer today with Senator Burr, we've worked on this for many, many months, revolves around the fact that last June the Senate Special Committee on Aging held an investigative hearing on scams that target the older veteran using a specific VA pension, in effect, to lure in the veteran. And what the Aging Committee found, and we actually had an undercover investigation that was, again, at the request of a bipartisan group of senators, what we found is that there are a number of financial planners, lawyers, and others who use the VA's enhanced pension. And this is the pension for the most vulnerable of our older veterans, the most vulnerable of the low-income veterans. It's called the Enhanced Pension with Aid and Attendance, and they essentially use this pension to kind of lure the older veteran into a variety of arrangements with trusts and annuities, and the poacher gets these large fees, and very often the older veteran ends up with virtually nothing. They don't have their aid and attendance, and they're just completely ripped off. So the General Accounting Office, after the undercover investigation, recommended to the Congress that there be a look-back period similar to Medicare and Medicaid so that we could achieve two objectives. One, take away the ability of these rip-off artists, the pension poster, to target the low-income older veteran, and then make sure that we preserve this critical benefit for the many veterans who need it. So Senator Burr and I have worked with the advocacy groups for veterans, with the VA itself, and the heart of the legislation is to offer this kind of look back. I think with the bipartisan support we have, we worked with the VA to make sure this wouldn't contribute to the backlog question. We now have legislation that we believe is ready for the committee's consideration. I'm also appreciative of the Assisted Living Federation of America writing to the committee supporting the legislation and pledging that their industry wants to also figure out a way to drain the swamp. I mean, Mr. Chairman, you and I have talked about this back in the days when I had a full head of hair and rugged good looks. I was the co-director of the Great Panthers. All right, fair enough. I've seen a lot of scams, and this committee has as well. This is one of the most outrageous. And Senator Burr and I hope that we can move forward expeditiously, and we very much appreciate your consideration. And I, too, am going to have to go, but very grateful to be able to work with you.